Hi, I'm Kate. Welcome to Blooms in the Yard. Today I'm excited to share a project I've been working on. I have been making these garden totes and seed containers, and really they can be used for so many things. They're perfect size for mason jars, for seeds. They're great for dried flowers, fresh flowers. You can put jars of fresh flowers in them. And I love the style, and I'm excited to share them with you. So all of this came about because I attend an event at my church every year called Make, Bake, or Buy. If you're any part of a group with ladies that meet together, this is a really fun event. So you bring 5 items that you have either made or bought or baked. So I do make them every year because I love to be creative and use my hands and just think of new ideas. Some people bring like 5 loaves of banana bread or 5 dozen cookies. In the past, I have made my wood quilts. I have made baskets out of rope. Last year I made homemade clotted cream and homemade strawberry jam and British style biscuits, so that was really fun. This is my project for this year, and this event is coming up in just about a week or 2. So I'm excited to share these, and I'm excited to then pass them on to friends at church. I hope that some of them are gardeners, but the thing about these is you can actually use them for anything. This label that says seeds, that just slides right out of there, and you can put any label that you want in it. But let me show you what I made, and I'll kind of show you how the idea has changed over time. So my original idea was to do some little totes like this. I got the idea on Pinterest, and this little spindle actually came from a kitchen chair. So I bought one kitchen chair at the Habitat for Humanity Restore. This handle and this handle both came from that chair, and the rest I just constructed out of 1x4s, which were actually, everything was made from scraps. I didn't buy any wood other than buying that chair, and then I bought a couple of rails from a railing to make the feet on these two. So this is a 1x4, this is a 1x6 that I cut the angles, and I just nailed it all together. I didn't even use wood glue or screws or anything, just my nail gun, because it's really easy to use and really quick. I did put a divider in here. So this divider, I used a 1x4. I did also just nail this in, so it's not like ridiculously sturdy, but it's good enough for just decor and what we're going to be using it for. I did make sure that each of these would fit a mason jar perfectly. So that was the original idea. And I really wanted to do these curved side pieces, which is really fun. I love how this one turned out. I used the jigsaw to cut that. It was a little more work than I anticipated and a lot of sanding, and it's still not perfect, which is totally fine. But after I did this one, I thought, this is a lot of work. I'm not sure if I want to do 5 of these. So I started thinking, what else can I do? And so then I just made this little simple box, and it didn't have any feet. So it was just a simple box, and I'm like, oh, people can, still put mason jars in it, or just recipe cards, I don't know. And then I had the idea, since I had those rails, to make little feet out of them. And then I thought it really started to look cute. And I actually had my seed container out because I was starting to plant some seeds. And the seed container that I used was sitting next to this box, and I thought, that's just the right size for seeds. And so that's when I decided I should maybe put some seeds in them. This one, again, perfect for seeds. For this one, I used dividers that are a little more skinny. I had scraps of this wood left over. This is oak. It's a 1/4 inch thick, and I used it on a bathroom vanity to add some trim. So I had some scraps of this, and I went ahead and made these permanent dividers in this one. And again, this is perfect for seeds. But then this was actually just sitting in here, and I was like, maybe I should have not a permanent divider, but like movable dividers with labels. So that's where this idea developed. I have them labeled perennials, annuals, vegetables, and herbs. And it kind of reminds me of an old-fashioned library system or something. And originally, I was just gonna do like black chalkboard labels that just stuck on there. But then, here's how it all developed. I had this little tiny piece of wood left over, and I thought, ooh, that would be a cute little kind of nameplate there. That led to me finding these brass labels on Amazon. And for $8.99, I was able to get 60 of them in all different sizes. So once this label came and I put it on the front, it came with these smaller labels, these smaller brass, and I was like, oh, those would look so cute on the little dividers. And so I took the stickers off that I had on here, the labels that I had, and I attached these fancier brass ones. The screws that these brass labels came with were a little too long, so I could see when I attached this one, the screws went all the way through. So I did have to trim the little tip off of each of these screws, but I'm so thrilled with how that turned out. In fact, I was tempted to not give this away and just keep it, but that would mean having to make another one, and honestly, I'm kind of ready for a break, but maybe someday I will make another one of those for myself. This was actually going to have one of these on each side, and again, I just got tired of cutting these curves and sanding them, and I thought, what if I just had it in the middle? And it kind of has the look of a cutting board to me. I really like this one. My husband does not appreciate this one. He's like, I don't get it. He keeps teasing me and saying it's like Thor's hammer. But I like it. I hope someone else will appreciate it. I got those labels just specifically for this seed container, and then I decided that they would look pretty cute on these other containers too. So I went ahead and put one on that tote and one on this tote. And I just happened to order some new seed packets at the same time that I ordered those brass labels. And so this says garden seeds on the label, and so I just used that to make this look cute. So it just says garden seeds. Now again, if somebody gets this, picks this at Make, Bake, or Buy, and they're not into gardening and they don't have the garden seeds, they can just flip that label over and write whatever they want on the other side. Also, if they're not super into the look of the brass label, they can just use that side. So far, 2 of them, I haven't put the brass label on yet because I'm like, am I just going crazy because I love it and maybe somebody else won't love it as much. So I haven't decided if this one's gonna get a brass label and that one's gonna get a brass label. So if you guys have an opinion, let me know. I have 3 of these little terracotta pots and they just happen to fit perfectly into these, which is really fun. I don't think I'm going to give my terracotta pots away though, because I do really like those. Those were a fun thrift store find. I am going to show you how I assembled these. I feel like they were pretty simple if you have a finishing nail gun. And I did use wood filler to fill in the nail holes. I sanded everything a little bit. I don't go crazy with making everything perfect because I want it to be a little worn and imperfect looking. I didn't paint the bottom of these. The only ones I painted the bottom of were the ones with the feet, just in case, you know, they were to put it on their mantle and they could maybe see the bottom. So I went ahead and painted the bottom of the 2 with feet, but otherwise I just kept it simple. I do sand a tiny, tiny bit after painting just to kind of wear the edges a little bit, but not excessively. I feel like these would be so useful in so many different situations. Like, you could definitely put some garden tools in here and have it in your garage. Any of these would be great for little garden tools. So lots of different uses for these. I could use them for candles, any art supplies. Like this would be a cute little tote for a kid and you can put their name there. Great for mason jars. They all, like this one fits exactly 4 mason jars. That one fits 4. This fits 3 and then 2 and 2. It's just a fun project for me when I can't be gardening outside. January, February is the perfect time for me to be making stuff for the Make, Bake, or Buy because I am needing to do things inside. But I am kind of sad to be parting. I think this one and the blue one are going to be the hardest for me to part with. I really love them all. Lots of really great uses for these. And I mean, I see these around at antique malls and home decor stores, but there's some pride in making things yourself. I really enjoy doing things myself and seeing what I can do. And there's always that process where things change and you have, you know, the ideas flow. And originally I was just going to do the tote, and then I ended up making these seed containers, which I really love. I hope that you enjoyed this video and are doing some creative indoor things while you wait for the garden season.